tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys pulled off the massive upset over the 2 seed a week ago. Now trying to take it a step further here in the divisional round. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Throwing to start the drive. Baldwin. And right away he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second and 4. Over the middle, complete. That's Schmidt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. Off play action. Baldwin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused. And some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
Oh, that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bills will take over the football with 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw again. Shoves him away. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And from the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Touchdown, Bills! 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
2 yards. First down, Chicago.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On first down, it's Joseph. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The 28-yard line.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Baldwin. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baldwin. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ramsey. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches. At the 8-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Chicago.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Baldwin. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth. if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Delgado. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Bills have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And now out come the Bills. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to cruise your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bishop. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and hits Austin. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Bills! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake. Baldwin. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Baldwin. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down, Chicago.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schmidt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This 2nd and 4. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. Baldwin. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Baldwin. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. They'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick completion here to Johnson. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Throwing to start the drive. Baldwin got his man complete over the middle. That's Schmidt.
Complete to number 21.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
At the Bills' 29-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We roll on here on this divisional round Sunday. 2 more final scores to get to, and then we'll know the AFC-NFC title game matchups. But first, let's look back at Saturday's action. Our trip through the NFL starts now. At Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, we find the Falcons at home to take on the Panthers in the NFC South. And here is the running back. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. The visitors pull off yet another upset. They are now just 1 win away from the Super Bowl. Time now for a look at how things stand with the current picture in the AFC in the divisional round. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Gets past one man. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. And the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag. They go play action here on first down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
It gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 40. The 44.
And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Delgado. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third and 2.
On third down, Bishop. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's good for Bills. First down.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's fourth down and less than a yard.
And his kick is good. And the Bills have come back to... game. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right?
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bills have recovered.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On first down, it's Bishop. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So his 2nd field goal now here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schmidt. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Here's a 1st down. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
Off play action. Baldwin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Off the play fake. Baldwin. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing no, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there. James from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
A 7-yard gain. And a first down.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramsey. 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 16-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. That's complete right around the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Baldwin. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Baldwin got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramsey. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Baldwin. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Delgado. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
43-yard line.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Our home team 30.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Throwing to start the drive. Baldwin over the middle, complete. It's Ramsey. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Back to throw. Baldwin. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Number 87.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Baldwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Chicago.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Still going inside the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to run this one in. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. He'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. This is 2nd and 8.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
operating from the gun. Baldwin. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Baldwin. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
It's a gain of 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Bishop. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.